In this video, we are going to work with question 3, guys. It's a continuity of what we did in the previous week. By the way, hi everyone. It's still Mr. Richard on Prelim 2016 Mathematics Paper 1 Gauteng. Right, grade 12. So let's get started, guys. We are given there the sequence C, -8 and -2, 8 and 22. First thing first, check what type of a sequence is that? Is it an arithmetic? Or is it a geometric? Or is it a quadratic? Let's check. -2 minus -8, that will give us 6. But 8 minus -2 will give us 10. No, it's not an arithmetic. An arithmetic must have a common difference. So let's check. Is it a geometric then? -2 divided by -8. That will be 1 over 4. 8 divided by -2. That will give you -4. So is it a geometric? No. Let's check, guys. Let's get started. 3.1.1. We are required to write down the next term. Ne? Let's check. -2 minus -8 is 6. 8 minus -2, that's 10. 22 minus 8, that's 15. That's 14. Not 15. Where do I get 14? Where do I get 15? It's 14, guys. 22 minus 8. Right? 10 minus 6, that's 4. 14 minus 10, that's 4. Okay. So to get the other consecutive term, let's see. 6. We added every term by 4 here. 6 plus 10, it's 4. 10 plus 4, that's 14. 14 plus 4, that's 18. We know 18 minus 14. Okay, this is what I did here. 14 minus 10, it's 4. Then 18 minus 14, that will give us 4. Yes, sorry for that mistake, guys, there. So for us to get the next term, which is the fifth term, remember the question says write down the next term. We need to ask ourselves, how did this term came up about? When we say 10 plus -2, we get 8. And when we say 8 plus 14, we get 22. 22 plus 18, we get 40. So definitely at 3.1.1, it will be 40. Okay, then let's go to 3.1.2. Determine the general formula of the sequence of the, determine the formula for the general term of the sequence. Right, we already know that this is a quadratic. So we use the expressions. For a second difference is 2a. For a first difference is 3a plus b. For the first term, it's a plus b plus c. Right. For us to get the value of a, we are going to say 2a is equals to 4, which is the second difference. Divide by 2 both sides. So how many times does 2 goes into 4? It goes 2 times. This and this, they cancel. Remember a, now it's 2. Let's take a look for b. 3a plus b. Let's look out for b now. 3a plus b is equals to 6 here, which is the first difference. What is a? It's 2 here. Substitute where there is a, put 2 there. So get b. So what will be our b? Remember, it's 6, not 2. Silly mistakes. Work on them. 3 times 2, that's 6. 6 minus 6, that will be 0. For us to get the value of c, we are going to say a plus b plus c, which is equals to -8. Remember, the first term it was given as -8. So this represents the first term. So what is your a? Your a, it's 2. What is your c? It's b. What is your c? You don't know. We are looking for. So 2 plus 0, it's 2. Then transpose 2 to the other side. -8 minus 2, that will be -10. There we go. We are done with that. So remember, you may recall the general formula for a quadratic sequence. It's an squared plus bn plus c. Okay, what is your a there? Your a, it's 2 and squared. If you put b here, it cancel n. Then that means you're left with c. What is c? c, it's -10. So that's the general formula for 3.1.2. We are done with 3.1.2. Let's consider 3.2. At 3.2, you were given that the first term of an arithmetic sequence, it's 5, and the sixth term, it's 10 times the third term. So in this case, guys, you don't have to panic. The only thing is to collect the data. What is a there? A, it's 5. It's given as 5. And we are being told that t T6 is 10 times the third term, right? So according to arithmetic progression, this will be A plus 5D. How did they came up with 5D? You may recall the general formula for an arithmetic sequence. It's going to be A plus N minus 1D. Where there is N, you place 6. So when we put 6 here, 6 minus 1, that will be 5. So we are left with 5D. So that's how they came up with A plus 5D. Similarly, we are going to do the same thing on T3. It will be A plus 2D. Okay. All right. So what is 10 times A? That's 10A. What is 10 times 2? That will be 20D. Okay, we have A plus 5D, don't forget. Already we're given A is 5, so it's going to be 5 plus 5D. Where there is A, we are going to put 5 plus 2D. 20D, I mean, sorry for that. Remember, our question requires us to determine, to calculate the constant difference. So we're looking for D here. So let's see then. When we say 5 plus 5D, right, 10 times 5, it's 50 plus 20D. Collect the like terms. When you take 50 to the other side, it will be 5 minus 50. Therefore, it will be negative 45. Then when you take 5 to the other side, it's 20 minus 5, which is negative 15D. Then Then we divide both sides by negative 15. Divide both sides by negative 15. This and this, they cancel. How many times does 15 goes into 45? It goes, let's see, what did I do here? Okay, in terms of, this is 50. When I take 20 to the other side, yes. When I take 20 to the other side, yes, I made a mistake here. It's fine. Let me rectify. Okay, when you take 20 to the other side, it becomes negative 15D. When we take 5 to the other side, it becomes 50 minus 5, which is 45. Then we divide by negative 15, then divide by negative 15. Therefore, D, how many times does 15 goes to 45? It goes 3 times. Therefore, D, it's negative 3. Remember this, cancel this, then we are left with D as negative 3, right? So that's how you are supposed to work out with 3.2. Let's work out 3.3. 3.3.3, we are given sum to infinity. Yes, so we are required to calculate the sum to infinity here. So in this case, it's 3.1.1, 3 marks. Okay, let's work out this. Right, so let me rewrite it. So it will be sigma. Okay, here it's infinity, and starting point, k, it's 1. Then the equation, it's 2.5 k there. So let's create a series first. Let's place 1 here. When we place 1, we are going to have something like this. 1 to the power of 1, we know that will be 1, and 2 to the power of 1, that will be 1. So when you multiply this using a calculator, we are going to get 1 here, because 2 and 2 will cancel each other. Then you're having 1 plus, let's place 2 now. If we place 2 here, we are going to have, let's see, that will be 1 squared is 1, then 2 squared is 4, then we are going to have 2 times 1 over 4. So what is that? 2 times 1 is 2, 2 divided by 4, that will be half. So we are going to get half. Similarly, when we place 3, that will be 1 all over 3, then this will be 1 over 8. When you say 2 times 1 all over 8, this will be 2 times 1, which is 2. 2 divided by 8, that will be 1 over 4. Okay, we are done with that. We already created the sequence and the other terms to follow. Then for us to calculate the sum to infinity, we use the formula, which is sum to infinity, it's A divided by 1 minus r. The restriction is -1 is less than r, but greater than 1. Don't forget that when it converges, right? So it's very important to know that. So what is a? It's 1, and what is your r there? Yes, our first term here, guys, it's 1. Then we need to look for a constant ratio since you're working with a geometric series. So here, half divided by 1, that will be half, and 1/4 divided by half, that is still going to be half. So we are going to have half here. So punching your calculator this, you're going to get 2. Yes, so the sum to infinity, it's 2. Yes, you can work it out mentally if you don't like calculator. But for accuracy, you can use a calculator, guys. Then let's work with 3.2. So working at 3.2, we are given that we have to calculate the sum of 7 terms. Are these 7 terms? No, I doubt so. Let's check first. Since we are given this, remember the formula. It's the equation says 7 here, k is 0. Then we also have k 1/2k there. Let me write it. Sorry for that. This should be k is equals to 0. So guys, they said calculate the sum of 7 terms. It's not the sum of 7 terms. Check first. We use this formula. N is equals to top minus bottom plus 1. Sorry for this. Top minus bottom plus 1. So what is your top part? It's 7. Your bottom part, that's 0. So 7 minus 0, it's 0. 7 plus 1, that's 8. That means you're calculating for the 8 terms here. We're calculating the sum of 8 terms. So the formula, it will be sum of 8 terms. Remember the formula of a geometric series. It's going to be a 1 minus rn to the power of, r to the power of n there, divided by 1 minus r. Yes, there are restrictions that you should follow. Remember that you did sequences and series. It's very important, guys, to have basics and know when to use your formulas. So in this case, we are going to use this one. So what is a? Our a, right. There we go. Let's check. I didn't create a series. My mistake, but it's fine. Let's create it here. So when we place 0 here, it will be half to the power of 0. That will be 1. 1 times 2, meaning that our a is what there? Our a is 2. So we shall place 2 here. 1 minus. Then what about our r? Let's create a series then. It's 2. Therefore, to get the next term, let's use a calculator for time. Let's not, this is 2 here. Then half. Okay. The second one will be, we shall put 1 there. Okay, that's going to be 1. So we're going to have plus 1. Then what about the second one? We are going to place 2 again. That will be half. Okay, so we are having a half here. So the first term, it's 2. Then what will be our ratio here? Our ratio will be term 2 divided by term 1. 1 divided by 2, it's half. Then that will be half. Remember, calculating for the sum of 8 terms, you shall place 8 here, divided by 1. Then where there is r, you shall put half. Then from here, take your calculator. Let's punch this. Okay, sorry for that. We have to punch this in a calculator. We are having 2, open the bracket, 1 there, minus half. Okay, right, to the power of, yes, it's inside, sorry for that. So let me place brackets there, open one. No. Okay, right. open brackets there, and the other one, it's close to the power of 8. Okay, be very careful. Then minus 1 minus half, which is our ratio there. So that will be half. Yes, so that will be the solution then. We are having 20, it's 20, it's 255 divided by 64. So that's the sum to 8 terms here. The sum to 8 terms here is 255 and 64. Okay. We are not done. We are going to 3.3. 3.3 also. At 3.3, they require us to calculate the value of t. T is given as sum to infinity minus the sum of what we did there. So already we have calculated those things. We saw that it's sum to infinity. At 3.1 we got 2. So it's we're going to say t is equals to 2 minus 255 divided by 64. Then punch your calculator there. Therefore that's 2 minus, okay, minus divided by 2 minus 255 divided by 64. Yes. Okay, let me see. Where is my 4 there? Okay, it's fine. It should be here. Yes, sorry for that. My calculator, it's old. So that will be negative 1,98. Yes, 1,98. Yes, or it will depend whether they want it in 3 deciplaces. If they want it in 3 deciplaces, we shall say shift mode setup, or we can round off mentally. Then press 6 there, 3 decimal places. If they say it's 2, so that will be negative 1,984. Yeah, that's how you're going to work with 3.3. So lastly, let's look at the last question there, which is 3.4. Wow. It says, given the sequence there at 3.3, at 3.4, I mean, given the sequence 19, blah, 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 we are required to determine which term in this sequence will be the first to be negative. Well, let's get started here. So we're given, our first term is 19. We're given a misfraction, which is 18 and 1 over 5. We are also given 17 and 2 all over 5. So they said it's an arithmetic. First, we have to find the first term. It's 19 there. Then let's look for a difference. For the difference, let's start with the mixed fraction, the shift mixed fraction. So remember, it's 18 and 1 all over 5. Okay, 5 it's here, minus 19. Term 2 minus term 1, therefore it will be negative 4 all over 5. That's the difference there, negative 4 all over 5. So since they said which term in this sequence will be the first to be negative, we need to get the general formula. So in this case, something that is negative, meaning that our general term should be Tn, it's less than 0. Since they talk about negative, yes, will be the first to be negative. Therefore, something that is negative is less than. So what are we going to do first? We have to get the general term, Tn plus an minus 1d. It's now in a form of inequality. Let's just say Tn is less than 0. Oh, sorry for that. Let's say just say Atn plus an minus 1d. Right. Okay. What is our a? Our a, it's 19. So we're having 19. 19, let me say plus n minus 1d difference there. So we're looking for the term. In other words, the missing value, it's n here. We're looking for the value of n. We're looking for the value of n. Hence, we are told that this Tn is the same as 0 there. We shall place 0, it's fine. So difference here, it's negative 4 all over 5, which is less than 0. Okay, let's work out this. This is 9. Okay, let me say negative 4 all over 5 times n. That will be minus 4 all over 5n. Negative 1 times negative 4 over 5, that will be 4 over 5, which is less than 0. So let's collect the like terms. When you say 19 plus 4 over 5, 4 over 5, what is that? Got 99 all over 5. Okay, we have 99 all over 5 plus, minus here, sorry for that. That's minus 4 all over 5n, which is less than 0. Then we shall take, we have 99 all over 5. Take 4 over 5 to the other side, it becomes 4 over 5. And then, so we have transposed this to the other side. So we should divide both sides by 99. I mean, 4 over 5. So we are going to say 99 over 5 divided by 4 over 5. Okay, that is 24.75. Making n, it's 24.750, blah blah. Yes, it's like this, but this is approximately n. In other words, n is approximately 25 in this case. N, it's approximately 25, since we have 7.5 there as decimal. So this is approximately to a whole number. It will be to the nearest, it should be 25 here. So it should be 25. So we are going to have n as 25. So in other words, T25, it's less than 0. So this is the term that will be the first to be negative. Yes, that's how you're going to work with 6 marks. It was quite a tedious question, but we keep learning basics, guys. So that's it for question 3. Tune for question 4. We shall upload it this week again. So let's keep winning. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and comment. And remember, we love you.